Hello everybody, Haunted William here, and I am back with another My Review video, or Morbid Reviews as it is now. And I am with my very first movie review of the year, or review, and this is on one of my favorite horror movies, Misery. Now Misery, there are two characters in Misery. There is Annie Wilkes, and she is very obsessed with this person named Paul Sheldon, which is the author of the Misery books. She is absolutely obsessed with the character, and she would do anything for the character. She especially loves Paul Sheldon. She has like an entire part of her house that has Paul Sheldon books on Misery and like a head statue. She's a little bit insane, but at the same time she acts very nice most of the time. And he ends up getting in a car crash in the middle of a snowstorm, and she comes to the rescue and saves him. His legs are broken, and he's not in a very good position at the moment when she gets him in the house. She says that she contacted his agent, but in actuality, she didn't. She says later on in the movie, she's a little bit insane, and she's a little bit too obsessed with the character Misery. And when he kills off the character Misery in one of his said to be his very last novel of Misery, she gets very upset, and she goes on a little bit of a temper tantrum, I would say. She starts knocking over, throwing things all over the place. She starts screaming and yelling at him. She's going quite insane, and I have to say I absolutely love this. Kathy Bates did a very good job on portraying this character. It's the only Stephen King adaptation movie that has won a Oscar. She got it because of her amazing performance. Also, credits to James Caan. He did a very great job as Paul Sheldon. Most other actors didn't really do it because they knew that Kathy would get the Oscar. But props to him for sticking up to the job. He is a very good guy, and he's also from Elf, one of my favorite Christmas movies. In my personal opinion, this is one of my favorite Stephen King adaptation movies. It is very neat. I have to say, it's a lot different from most Stephen King movies. I really love it for that. I think that Kathy Bates as Annie Wilkes did a very great job. There's also parts of the movie where there's this old cop and his wife. They're trying to investigate what happened to Paul Sheldon and where he is after the car crash. They eventually find the car, but reports say that they think that he either died of frostbite inside of the storm, or an animal or something ate him and he was able to get out. But it ends up that Annie Wilkes has taken him to her house, and one of my favorite scenes, called the hobbling scene, she ties him up, and then she starts to hammer his legs because she finds out that he's been leaving the room, and he's been going around the house. So she ends up breaking his legs, and she starts torturing him. She's going insane. Many parts of the movie are very disturbing. This isn't really as much of a slasher movie, but parts like the hobbling scene definitely show the horror of the movie Misery. Overall, I really love this movie. It is outstanding. I think they did a very great job. I don't want to spoil most of it for you, so I'll just not talk about the ending parts and stuff. All I have to say is that the ending part is really dramatic, and it's also very intense. That's what most people call the movie Misery. It's a very intense movie, and parts like with the old cop, they're definitely a freshener after all of those intense scenes. So overall, on the Reaper scale, I am probably going to give the movie Misery a 8.5 out of 10. It's a very amazing, pretty terrific movie, and I will always remember this. I'll probably rewatch this many times. I just got it on DVD, and this is one of my personal favorites. So, thank you for watching this Morbid review video, or my review video, and I'll see you later, guys. Bye.